What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing on this lovely Wednesday? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Let's go to the main view and let's turn on the music. All right, y'all. Let me know if you could see me, hear me, all the good things. I actually forgot to turn my mic on before I plugged anything in, so I'm not even sure if this is working. But it looks like on my end that it's working. Hello, test, test, test. Oh yeah, we're peaking. We should be good. What's happening? There was a lot of traffic earlier before we started. We got Da Vinci, Mr. Walkman. What's going on? Guys, we're here early. The Rhodesman's in here complaining. I feel like I'm in line to get the newest Apple phone. Nice. It's like being in line for the newest phone, but then when you get there, even though you're first, you don't get anything. In fact, like they like mocked you a little bit and like kicked your shin, and then that's where you are. That's what this is like. That's what this stream's like. Hey Caleb, what's up? What if the ceiling's full of mice? Nice. Hey Jeff, what's going on? What's going on? That's right. I agree with this statement. Filter, what's happening? Guy makes stuff. Well, here's a new name. Hello. Axolotl, I can read that. Zach's Axolotl, 3D printing discovery. Zach Hunt. That reminds me of how there was like this little video, a little short on describing how German people sneeze. Where they go, Achtung! That's what that reminds me of. What's up, Zach? Thanks for being here, man. Let's see. Nigel, what's happening? Gooey figured out what was wrong with the X1 Carbon. Probably not talking to me, right? My X1 Carbon has been okay. I haven't had problems in a little while, but I'm assuming you're talking to somebody else. Felipe, what's going on? The Meddler. Hope you're having a great day. Quick question. Where do you get your Bust the Consoles project, trying to get into that stuff? Oh, cool. First of all, hello. I got mine on eBay. I bought a bundle of 20, I believe. I was buying them individually on Goodwill, both locally and online. But they're way more expensive that way, and sometimes they come destroyed. So The bulk sales on eBay were kind of a hit or miss. There was a few consoles that were beyond repair, but they're all kind of junk anyway. So, you know, plus or minus, I would say 2 or 3 out of the lots you're not going to be able to do anything with, but you can use them for other parts, like little springs and buttons and all that kind of stuff. So they're not all bad. But yeah, that's where I bought my first batch, was on eBay. A Burn Carve. True Rex, what's up? Big shout out here to True Rex. He essentially gave me the biggest boost to get this printer up and running software wise. Huge thank you very much. Huge thank you very much. Yeah, huge thank you very much. True Rex, big shout out to you, my man. Thank you. Papa's here. What's up? What's up? What's up? Son's favorite animal is an axe. It's a fun word to say. Yeah, there's a bunch of little axolotls you can print that are print in place and wiggly that children seem to like. Maybe your kid might be a little old for that, but still, if it's his favorite, could be a good one to print. Still haven't gotten. You're actually not the first person to say that. I did get an email last week about somebody waiting a long time for their spool. I'm gonna have to email them again and make sure everything's okay. I did notice that our communication has been just a little bit more distant lately, so I gotta just check in again and see what's going on. I know, like I said, they bundle them together, but this has probably been the longest wait for some of the winners. So my apologies for the delay. Like I said, as soon as I get the email, I forward it off to 3D Max. It's up to them to when they get it. And these things are free, so it's really tough for me to battle for them to rush on them. I hope you understand that. But you will get them. So far there has not been anybody who hasn't gotten their spool, and we've given away hundreds at this point. So just please be patient, but also thank you for letting me know, because then I can send an email. Gotta open up with a dad joke. Every time I get to work I hide, because good coworkers are hard to find. I actually really like that, Mark. That's a good one. I like that one. Well done. I figure what happened. Oh, okay. Zach, the reason why I'm clicking yours is the name is so long, it wraps over into, on my chat window that's on OBS. It's so long, it wraps over your text. So in order for me to read it, I have to click on it. My new K1 arrived today. Very different from the last one. No problem now, and it sounds very different. Interesting. There was a different batch of them, so I wonder if they made some changes that I'm unaware of. Need a project, right? Okay, cool. Let's see. Oh, that's what you mean. You need it for a project. It's what can I do or say? I'll just again, I received them. I received the winner. I put it into an email format for my good sponsors of this stream at 3D Max, and I sent it off to them. And then they batch mail these things to a whole bunch of people. Free spools. All right, so. Everybody, thank you for being here. Today's stream, I'm not sure how long it's gonna go. I have the giveaway as per usual. Let's talk about that real quick. So there's a pinned comment over here for your chance to win a spool of 3D Max PLA Plus. I usually do it at the end of the stream. The end of the stream is usually midnight. But I think in this case, I might go a little bit earlier. I'm not sure. We'll see how far we get along with the tuning of the machine. But if you do click that, it will take you to here. And all you have to do is answer the question here and fill in this information. There's already 5 of you there. There's also a countdown right over here for how long we have. It says 2 hours. Is that correct? Let me check if I did that correctly, because it should be 3 hours. Yep, 12:59 p.m. Yeah, that's right. Anyway. Just getting some coffee. Yeah, I mean, I could use some. I just haven't had much time to spend down here. Felipe, here's the thing. If it's running and printing okay, and you don't necessarily need it to work with any other slicer or anything like that, You're good to go not to root. But all root does is just give you more control. It doesn't actually do much else. Like, the printer will still run through its same commands. You could still use Creality Print. You could still use the screen. The only thing that really changes is you get access to Fluid, which gives you an IP address, and you can use that IP address with Orca Slicer. So nothing really changes outside of you getting the power to use more slicers and getting the power of actually being able to tune the machine in ways that you like and not how they like, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't be too scared. You can always undo it. You can literally, in the menus, just undo it. Like, you can just restore your machine. So there's nothing you're gonna do with a basic root. All it's doing is giving you root access. That's all you're getting. All right. I get that. I get that. It is a bit odd. I mean, if people are waiting for 3-4 weeks, you know, I feel bad about that, but I legitimately can't do anything about it. All I can do is kind of send a polite email and be like, "Hey guys, what's going on? Give me an update." You know, that's what I'll do. My X1 has had 2 issues. The tool head board went bad, and the AMS buffer sensor stopped working. Interesting. I've had several clogs in the AMS system where I had to take it apart. And then I had, this is all different filament, by the way. And then I had another clog that was in the hot end, then I had to take the hot end apart, or above the hot end in the heat break, where I guess it like overheated somehow. So yeah, I've had those 2, but so far no physical issues. So sorry to hear that you're having that. Hey, you know, I know, that's why I have coffee, and I got my dark rye to give me a little boost. Hey, Frog Liquor. Oh man, yeah. Don't worry about it that much, but yeah, I get it. I read both K1 and K1 Max and haven't looked back. Me too, but I definitely understand why someone would be like, you know, cautious about it and whatnot. How's the A1? Absolutely flawless. I've been printing with it, not all the time, but I've been printing with it very often. It's probably my like second, maybe third most used machine here. Not a single issue whatsoever. The spools that have been on it have been sitting there and they haven't even cracked inside the spool like a lot of people say, or a lot of inside the lines. I can't recommend that machine enough. I do need to make a review of both the X1 Carbon and the Bamboo A1 Mini. I haven't really, only because there's so many other reviews of these machines, it'll just get lost. But I would like to give my 2 cents after having so many different machines and actually using these things for quite a while. That's an easy one, yes. Convince me. Hey, now you have somebody to blame mistakes on. I got your back. I did. I finally got one. Yeah, this time dark rye. That's the best one. I've tried almost all of them. There was one that was like something smoke that I haven't tried. But yeah, I'm a fan of that. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Pro Elite Productions. As a father, he's a bad influence. Don't listen to him. I just had the tool head board fail on the K1, but it's electronics. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, Basil Hayden Dark Rye. Yeah. Cheers. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's so much better. It's smooth. It still has that smoky flavor. I'm a big fan of rye. But yeah, I definitely prefer. I think this is my current favorite whiskey. I know it's a rye. I know some people will be like, rye. But the dark rye is just the best. It has this awesome deep. It doesn't attack you. It's very smooth. It's good. Very good. Yes. Yeah, I think so. One other thing I wanted to say outside of the giveaway. If we go, we're already on here. Guys, shop.3dprintsos.com or store.3dprintsos.com, whatever you want to type in. I have been working tirelessly to make these consoles happen. This is my first batch. So yeah, I've been testing them. I've been building them. They're currently on sale if you guys are interested in purchasing one of these. I do have a custom order section where you can use this and also chatting with me to build a custom one. I'll print you whatever colors that you prefer. Maybe there's something custom that you'd like about it. But yeah, that's what we're doing. I just wanted, if you guys want to support the channel, this is a great way. I'm going to continue to build these. These are just all the ones that I have currently on hand. We also have obviously 3D printed shirts, 3D print related shirts that I designed myself. These are not AI or none of that nonsense. It's all my stuff. As well as some awesome swag that you guys can get here, like these mats, work mats in different colors, as well as mugs like this with a bunch of different awesome hot ends on it. Double walled mug, doesn't get very hot in the microwave, which is a huge plus. And I also edited and added like videos in here so that in case you land here first, I'm actually thinking about forwarding the site just to here, and my Instagram as well. And then you get to see this cool fella right over here. So if you want to be this cool, buy something from from the shop to support the channel. Hey Brian, what's up, man? How you doing? But yeah, I just wanted to shout that out. That's shop.3dprintsos.com. And then we have our PLA Plus giveaway. Let's see how many people are in here. Dedicated. Our dedicated 9 folks. Good for you. All right, so for today... Oh, there you go. Listen, if anyone is there to ask about a series of custom awesome machines, it's B-Cuddy, guys. It's B-Cuddy. Also, just as a heads up, in case you guys want to share links or photos or anything, I did make a Discord channel called Livestream Channel. Very creative name. So in the Discord, there's a live stream channel where you can chat. I have it literally opened on my keyboard display over here so that we can take a peek in case there's something that you guys want to share or for me to look at or whatever it might be. The only thing I ask is just please don't flood it with spam because it'll be treated the same way as the YouTube what's it called, chat is, okay? If you also, just because you mentioned it, if you do need height specifically, Delta machines are pretty good at cylindrical, tall objects. So just as a heads up. One more thing that I wanted to mention about these things, about the consoles, is I just sold one. Finally, my first one. Thank you to whoever bought it. It's right over here. I've been doing some testing, but when you guys buy it, it will come, or one of these if you do, it will come with a cartridge with a Pokemon game, whether it's red, green, or blue. I'll throw in a sticker as long as I have them, and a charger. So everything you need to actually play, it'll come in one of these. So this one I have to ship out tomorrow morning. So yeah, anyway, with all that out of the way, so what are we doing today? Today we are going to be tuning and hopefully printing something on this machine. It's been a long time coming. I just haven't had the time to dive in myself. That's why I'm taking this opportunity to do it with you guys. So the thing that happened, I don't know if you guys saw the short that I had on this, I tried to print a calibration cube. I think I threw it all in here. Tried to print a calibration cube overnight and the machine clogged, and also it has terrible VFAs. Let's see, there we go. So as you can see, so I do have to first diagnose the clog, and then we'll run another round of quick tuning, and we'll try to get this thing printing. So right off the bat, let's get this thing started, heated, and let's figure out why it is not extruding anymore. And we will figure that out. I don't know if it's mechanical or if it's physical or what. I'll lower my table. But that's the goal for today. So we're kind of just going to hang out, chill out, tune the machine, and get it going. How about this for the view, guys? I'm not sure if you guys want to see the screen or what, but let me know and I'll change the view as it goes. One of the things that I wanted to do... Hey, Nino, what's going on? One of the things I want to do is use the Ellis's tuning guide. So this right over here, Ellis's tuning guide is an amazing guide to help anyone along with any clipper machine. Essentially, if you guys follow this thing mostly top to bottom, you should have a pretty decent tuned machine. And then you can go into advanced tuning and several other things you can do to continue getting this thing to be better and better. And it's just a great guide. It does do technically the same thing as the Clipper docs, but it is written in a much easier way to follow. And this is what I use in all my Clipper machines when I'm tuning them for whatever reason. So far, both of my other Voron machines were tuned using this, and they have been fantastic. All right, yeah, so let's get this party started. If you guys have any specific questions or anything like that, let me know in the chat and I'll try to get to them. I feel that Orca behaves with less quality than Creality Slicer. That's the first time I've ever heard of that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to. Typically, if you pick the machine in Orca Slicer, and you pick the correct profile, it's going to be amazing quality. I mean, I use Orca Slicer for pretty much every single machine that I own, except for the Bamboo Lab machines because, you know, Bamboo Lab. So I've definitely not heard that take on it. Especially because Orca gives you all of the options, and Creality kind of like, you know, like I said, if you're uncomfortable with any of those things, just stick with the stock, but just enjoy the machine, and then eventually, if you outgrow the machine, then you can dabble, you know. But you're not gonna, yeah, like if you're not ready, don't jump in, because I feel like then you would just be more disappointed if something goes wrong. See, B Cuddy, I just told him to do it because it sounds cool. He'll have to like tie it like to his ceiling. I don't know if I said hi yet, Nuno, but hello, sir. This is what happened to my X-Carbon. 2020 MK2 is cleaner, scalable. Mini MK1, another mini MK1 that's half a part, be converted to MK2. Yeah, I mean, you know, this is the guy. This is the guy to listen to. Oh, 1515, man, I know all about it. They're a challenge for sure. On mine, the mini SB extruder got too hot for PLA. If I print over 210 or for more than 10 minutes. Yeah, I was printing, I believe, 220. You're saying the extruder got hot, or is it the actual extruder motor? Because we can probably turn the power down on the extruder motor. Actually, I remember there was a specific setting. Mini stealth burner extruder too hot. I do vaguely recall this. Stubber heating up and stopping while printing on ABS. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, TrueRex is on my mini SB on my V0. You know, I keep it enclosed. I print mostly ABS and ASA on there. Even some nylon occasionally. That thing stays super hot. And it prints just fine. And it's the exact same setup. And this should have a better quality motor on it, technically, than what I have in the V0. Absolutely fine, printing fairly well, blah, blah, blah. Okay, PLA is good. 250. Let's see. Yeah, there's definitely a way to undervolt it a bit. Yeah, current multiple times, about 60C. All right, let's do this. Here, let's go to this view. I don't remember what the IP address is, so let me grab that. Let's go. Bookmarks, printers. We're on Micron. All right, so we'll grab this. All right, so let's go to the config. I believe it's gonna be in tool 1 maybe, let's see. Yeah, extruder, micro steps, rotation distance, all diameter filling, blah, blah. Pressure advance setting is already set. That's kind of interesting. I have to do pressure advance. Extruder run current 3. Interesting. That might be too low. That might be too low, which would mean it's like struggling. 1 amp stepper. Should we set the 0.7 amps, which is current? It still gets stupidly hot. I got LDO stepper on the way. Let's see, 1 amp is the max. You can absolutely and typically should run them at less than max current. More current will produce more heat. If you haven't already determined your max flow rate for your nozzle, after you determine what your max flow rate is, then you're going to run, back it up for safety. Rerun the test. Okay, dialing closer, continuing to test the 0.01 increments. Interesting. So essentially, I think we might be running it too low. If the run current for the extruder is 0.3, I think that's too low. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna boot up my V0. Let's boot up the V0 and see what the current is on that machine, and I think that would be a good inclination of what's going on. So we'll go from there. PLA was melting inside the extruder. It was heat soak. Yeah, I mean I think that's what happened with mine, although we're about to find out. The motor was fine. Interesting. I mean, you know, the reason why the extruder heats up is because of that motor. So it's definitely directly related. All right, let me grab the IP address of the FISEC machine. Printers V0R1. Still not on yet, so we gotta give it a second. Why is it not on yet, by the way? We got power. Yep, plugged in. There it goes. I just didn't wait long enough. All right, let's see. So just for educational purposes. What's going on here? Still booting? I guess it's still booting. HTTP. What's going on here? Let me check in a different browser. Bookmarks, printers, Voron V0. Why am I not getting Wi-Fi? Well, that's weird. I don't like it. I haven't turned it on in a while. I do remember that one time I had a similar thing happen where in order to get it to boot again, I needed to plug in an Ethernet cable, which I don't have here at the desk. I have it by my gaming machine back there. But I'm not going to do that during this thing. All right, here's the next thing we're gonna do. I'm gonna go to my files, and somewhere in here I have an old save of this config, and I definitely haven't changed anything about this machine in forever. So let's do date modified. All right, we'll do config, camp clipper, print speed. Okay, printer. All right, let's open this. And we will check it out. All right, let's find the extruder just for scientific purposes. Extruder right here. So yeah, the run current here is 7. And no stealth chap. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I think this might have this might be the same. This might be the problem. It's literally the same exact setup, and that one is extremely successful, runs so well. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna change, yeah, I'm just gonna run this. I'm gonna move this to the side. So let's do 0.7 on the current. I'm gonna turn this off, and then we're gonna do, interpolate. False. Whoops, farce. So what this is gonna do, basically it'll be louder, but that's okay because it's an extruder. So let's save and restart. Can you ping? I'm not sure. Heat's also coming from below the heat sink and the hot end. Yeah, but yeah, I mean definitely, but you know, think about my V0. It's the same setup, right? Also, heat coming from everywhere. It's enclosed, and I print ASA and ABS at much higher temperatures on there, enclosed. So it can't possibly do that. Like that's a problem. Like something is wrong if it's doing it, if that's essentially happening from PLA on an open machine, you know? Hey, Marcus, what's going on? Hey, Eric Galloway, what's up? Just trying to tune this machine or get something out of it, you know? All right, so with that said and that done, that should be the first thing we try. Real quick, though, let's go ahead and chuck this thing to 200 on the hot end. Here, I'll put you guys to this view, and let me know if you guys want any other details or want me to change the camera view or whatever. But for the moment, let's just do a little bit of troubleshooting. Essentially, my goal for today is to get something printing. If we don't get there, we don't get there. But hopefully we get something printing on this machine. And then what I will do is I will start to work on this on my own time. And I'm going to make a review about the kit, what I thought about it, what's good, what's bad in this format right here. I'm not going to enclose it. And I'll make sure to mention that, obviously. But then, once I have this running and printing, even in just PLA, I'm going to turn it into a multiple toolhead machine. So that's the ultimate goal with this build. But first, I wanted to build it as a kit and, you know, talk about it that way. So it's a little bit more simplified because it doesn't have sensors all over the place. We're using sensorless homing and then a sensor, essentially tap for homing. And that part works really well. Here, if I go to here and load the bed, I mean, it's as flat as you're going to get. The range is 0.07, which is incredible. Yeah, it's super flat. So it does that really well. All right, it heats up instantly. So you know what I'm going to do also for scientific purposes is this is kind of like a tricky, well, it's not a tricky filament, but it is a like co-extruded filament where it has one filament on the outside, one on the inside. Beautiful, by the way. It's called Conjure. Highly suggested. I've done a bunch of prints with it. It's beautiful. It has like a purple on the inside and a transparent on the outside. It makes like a shimmer. But what I want to do is let's grab something more regular. You know what? Here, let's grab this. Do I have a thing? Oh, I do have something printed with it already. I don't have Sparkle PLA printed, so we'll do that. Here, let's get that out of here. Oh, let me check if this is sparkling PLA. Hold on. As you guys might know, I have a Benchy from every single filament that I've ever had, and I'd like to keep it that way. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's do this one. So I'm gonna use Sparkle PLA from Bamboo. Unlike the Sunlu one, this is not transparent. Also, if you guys can see this, the spool has rollers on it, which is awesome. I kind of want to make this for my V0. But I know this isn't the best routing ever. In fact, before I put this filament in there, let me grab a small PTFE tube. Because I just want that little channel to work. Not channel, but let's grab this. There's so many parts everywhere. Extruders and parts and all sorts of fun stuff. Hey, Kenneth, what's going on? Like here's an entire extruder just waiting. Motors, fans, projects just waiting, calling my name. I also have a 12-channel carrot feeder to build from FISEC, and that might be our next build. And I'll let you guys all vote. I'll let you guys all vote on what's next, because I also want to do the ANET A8 that I've had waiting for a very long time. And that would be, even though I'd like a 12-channel multicolor capable machine, I also would really have a lot of fun with a retro build. All right, there we go. We got a little PTFE tube in there now, just to keep things nice and straight. All right, let's see. Let's see about this tension. I'm wondering if I could have had it over-tensioned, which is very possible. All right, that seems like it's not skipping when I push and pull, but I could be wrong. Let me go real light. Yeah, like that just came out, so it can't be that light. All right, let's, whoops. Okay. All right, let's sit it there and let's do some extrusion tests. I think I'm maxed out at 50, so I'll do 5. Let's do an extrude. Yep, it's pooling. Go 8 next, that's a throwback. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like I said, as much as I'd want to do a 12-channel multicolor, I think a retro build would be pretty fun. Hey, Katrum, what's going on? More to the point I was trying to make is the temp of the filament you were printing might have been more of the problem with the clog. It's very, very possible. Let's see if this filament even comes out. Like I said, I haven't even tried. And there you go, it's stuck. So there is a literal clog. All right. Yeah, I can feel it trying to pull, but it can't. Oops, I did it again by accident. Okay, so we have a physical clog in here. All right, so here's what we do. We undo our spring, undo our clasp. There we go. Get this filament out of here. Let's see, is it touching anything hot? Yes, but it is definitely clogged. Interesting. Okay, so 2 ways to do this. One is to grab a tool like this, and this thing kind of pushes it down. Hey, Shannon, what's going on? Shrimp Father, what's up? And I'm just gonna push it down through the extruder, down to the hot end, and see if I can just kind of push things down. Nothing came out of the hot end. Wow, and it is kind of jammed up in there, which is very interesting. Well, that is very unique. So there is quite the jam we got going on. All right, looks like we're going to be taking a bunch of stuff apart. Not very fun, to be honest. What would even be holding a tool like this in? Wow, I am pulling with all my might. That's kind of wild. Yeah, the needle kind of goes all the way. So there wasn't a clog at the tip. There seems to be a clog somewhere further. Wow, what the... That is definitely not something I've ever encountered. There we go. Feel it coming out. Wow. Holy, let me show you guys this. Check that out. So it's safe to say that there was a serious amount of filament clogged in there. Let me see if I can take some and push some through. That took some serious force. Yeah, there it goes. So like I said, there wasn't a clog. There wasn't a clog that was at the nozzle level. There's a clog at the hot end level. And yeah, it is jammed up again. Because I cannot push this through. Looks like we're getting something through. Luckily, this is a tool changer and I can just lift this up. Here, let's get that going down. Let's see if I can wiggle something through here. Yeah, I mean, the needle goes all the way. Okay, so there's something physical stuck up there, which, okay, so I have seen this once before, and I had a literal piece of metal that was like just stuck in there. And the fact that this is a new print kind of backs that theory up again, to be honest. So I think it's time to take some things apart. I'm not sure that there's a way around that, to be honest. All right, let me try the needle a few more times. Just avoiding taking everything apart would be very nice. Okay, I can kind of feel that in there, actually. Interesting. Big push, big push, big push, and then something happens to where that gets jammed up right away. Here's the next thing I want to try. We're going to go real hot. We're going to go 250. And maybe there's a piece of ABS-like material in there. Let me try to catch up with you guys, see what you guys have been saying. Wow, I'm pulling with all my mic. Hey, Mr. Flark, what's up? I have my KE since early December. I've been enjoying it immensely. It's my first printer. I've learned a lot watching the live feed. You've been very helpful answering questions. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying your experience with your first 3D printer. That's literally what it's all about. I don't know. It could be. That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I bet the filament got soft and it pulled around the gear shaft. It could very, very, very well be. Oh, there it goes. You guys see that shoot out? And now it's extruding just fine. And we had a heater runaway. So I think our max temps are set to too low. But that's just a configuration issue. That's not really a problem. Do a quick reboot. Okay, so I think that whatever was clogged in there, I just got out. At the cost of a needle. Heat brakes clog, yep. Yeah, it's dead giveaway. Michael Scott would be having a heart attack. You have to change heat brake? Yeah, maybe. Oops, sorry. Yeah, maybe. I have a few, so no problem with that. Michael, by the way, hello. And Joe Rust, what's up? Dying over here. Have you tuned your PIDs? I have. Yes, I have. All right, let's see what our temps are at. Oh, now we couldn't talk to the MCU. Interesting. All right, let's do a reboot again. There he goes. All right, let's do 230 this time. All a part of the gig, you know? All a part of the gig. Heater extruder not heating at expected rate. Why are we running away? Let's take a look. Max temps 300. Minimum is set here. That's okay. Max cross, that's all fine. Why are we not enjoying ourselves here? All these settings are correct. That's all good. I'm not sure what's going on. I wonder if me pulling it and pushing it just now caused some kind of issue, like an actual physical issue. Not ideal, but you know, something we can deal with. The sensor wire might be loose. Yeah, it could be. I'll check in a second. Up until now, I've only printed PLA. Lately, I've had a problem with prints warping. I live in Florida and the AC is running most of the time. Might have a draft. Before you do that, do one more thing. Outside of just cleaning your bed with like isopropyl alcohol and or warm water and soap, like dish soap, like literally like Dawn with warm water and then fully dry, and then trying the print again. If that doesn't work, try some glue stick. It will do wonders. Mr. Flark, the other thing you can do is you can also add a not a skirt. What's it called? Here, I have Orca Slicer open, I think. What's it called? Not skirts. Brim. You can always try adding a brim. That might help you. All right, so all seems fine here. Let's go to 200 and see how 200 does. Yeah, looks like it's not heating anymore. All right. Before it crashes again. I could have unplugged something by accident. No, seems fine here. Computer wire good. It's fine there. Where are my handy dandy tweezers? Brim, yeah, thank you. Yep, this is also true. Hairspray also works. All right, nothing with that wire and nothing with that wire. What about down here? Still attached, still attached. Okay, so what's going on here? All right, let's do the good old, well, we did a full reboot, right? Let's do a shutdown. Turn it off, give it some time, and get back to work. Meanwhile, let me clean off my declogger. So I'll just take a razor blade to it and everything pops right off. Like that. Great tool. I believe they come with Creality machines now. All right. All right, it's been long enough. Let's power it back up. Hey, Iceman, what's happening? That's with the SV08. Nice. SV08 is a fun machine, huh? A rep at Soval a long time ago told me I was gonna get one, but they never sent me one. What was my... Why is this printer... Oh, there he goes. Just for fun. Let's check. Double check the setup. Extruder. Max temp, yep, all that's fine. Right here. 0.7, yeah, okay. So that's set up the same. All right, that's good to know. Yeah, and this Voron has been working so good. All right, let's see if something is up with the actual extruder. Yeah, something happened. Interesting. Okay, one thing worth checking is the only thing I changed, right? Is this stuff. So let's return it back and see if for some reason the extruder settings here actually play some kind of role. I doubt it, but worth checking. How many 9s do we need? Do you guys know? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Oh, the suggestion is a lot easier than enclosure. Thanks. Yeah, worth a try. Free. You know, well, glue obviously isn't, but glue stick. A lot of people have glue stick laying around. And then washing your bed real good with hot water and Dawn dish soap. Heat break fan rotation correct. Pushing or pulling air. Good call. I'll check that in a second. All right, let me restart this. And just a quadruple check how many 9s we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 9s. Okay, I'll make it the same. 999, 999. Fresh. That's funny because this isn't actually the issue that was happening. Like, this is a new one. All right, so those extruder settings were not the thing. So something is actually not working with the heater. Okay, let me check. If I turn this off, does the green light come off? No, the green light stays on. So there's this green light right here. There's a green LED that's on. My thinking is when this thing needs to heat, shouldn't that LED turn either red or something else? That's what I'm thinking. If I hit this again, let's see how the fan is working. Nope, the fan is pulling. Yeah, there's air coming out from around it. Yeah, the fan's going the correct direction, but that's not the point. The point is the hot end's not heating. I didn't catch it quickly enough. Interesting. This is a whole separate issue. All right, let's let me shut it down. Take this thing off. This filament actually in there? It is, yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's bring it out here. And let's do this. I'll cut the filament. Okay. And then I'm going to unplug that so I can move this over here and take a closer look. All right, I need a small flathead. Tiny flathead. Did the thermistor or heater wires come loose while you were wrestling with the clog? That's what I'm thinking. And that's what I'm checking now. So I'm just gonna undo that, pull them out, inspect them, and then put them back in. All right, so the wires are okay. Nothing wrong there. Could it be the thermistor? It could be the heater or the thermistor, hard to tell. Those wires are also okay. All right, here's probably the fastest way to check this. We put on another hot end, right? We put on another hot end. All right. Here we go. We're going to do a dirty test. Oh, look at that. It has a CHT in there. I didn't even notice. This is one of the hot ends that I'd like to use on the other machine, on the next, not next machine, on the next hot end. Tool head, rather. That's the words. What if we take this off? What do we have under here? Can I see? Yeah, wires seem intact and okay. And nothing strange looking on the hot end, unfortunately, but we'll take it out. But before I take it out, let's do a quick and dirty test. So let's put this heat brake on. I'm just gonna do loose. Let's put this on to protect our fingers. We're not gonna be able to run it very long. For this, I gotta cut this plug off. I'm gonna cut it as far away from the connectors as possible. There we go. Trash. And let's strip the wire. Okay, strip the wire. There we go. And let's do this while I have these open like this. We'll do it right. Let's put some ferrules on there. Whoops, wrong bin. Ferrules are way down here. Looks like I haven't put on a ferrule in a long time. It's all the way down there. A3D Experiments, what's up? I did wash the bed, and that helped a lot. I think it's still maybe a draft. It could be a lag, actually. By the way, I mean, yes. So a Rhodesman, for example, has that setup that you're talking about with plexiglass. One thing you could try in the slicer, there's a thing called Draft Shield, and it essentially builds this little wall all the way around your model, and it helps to stop drafts. I've printed ABS on bed slingers in that way, so that might be worth a try as well. So I say clean the bed again, use something like a draft shield if you don't have glue stick. If you do have a glue stick, just a thin layer. Don't overdo it. Just a little bit of glue stick will help a huge way, and then when the build plate's cold, it'll just pop off. Someday, yeah, I mean, no, I didn't print one for 5 years, or I didn't have one for 5 years before I got one. Just poured some horse milk. Nice. What's up, 3D? 3D and T. Cheers to you. All right. I am dedicated to getting this thing running. And what the heck? What the heck? Why do we got to run into all these little issues? All right, so let's get some ferrules on here. I'm using the smallest ones, and I might actually have to cut the tips off. Let's use this tool all the way down. Bada bing, bada boom. Another one on there, just like that. As far down as it can go. There we go. And let's see. Yep, I do have to cut some off. No problem. Any snips will take care of that. Okay, those are gone. They flew away, never to be seen again. They're very sharp. I'm just going to make them a little bit less of a death device. There we go. All right, so let's plug this into here. There we go, and let's plug this in to here. Also, we're about to find out if we have a bad board or not, I guess. which is possible. I'm not going to discount that, but I doubt it. All right, looks like I got to do it one at a time. All right, all right. Loose. Very tiny. Everything's so small, hard to work with. Where are we here? Let's go. Slide, and I'm just trying to get this ferrule into the little slot we have going on here so I can clamp down. Do I have it? Okay, I got it. All right, let's do the next one. Come on, there we go, that's in there. And clamp down, got it. Let's undo this one again. Push this guy in there just a little bit. There we go. Clamp. All right, these on there. Okay, so here's what we got. Oh, so let me show you guys. Bypassed a different hot end to the heater and the thermistor. So now we can put in our cable here to power the board. That can lay down. I'm gonna put this over here. Yes, I know it's going to get hot. That's okay. Let's boot it. But I definitely hope that it's just like a hot end or some nonsense. That's not important. Hey, Tony. Finally hit the sack. She usually takes a nap or something and then comes back towards the end there. Hey, Digital Dragon. What's up, Luke? How you doing, man? Petty Ruckspin, what's going on? Man, Luke, this thing's been an adventure. I had a clog just getting the very first print out, and it was an extruder clog, or a little bit lower, heat break, and we got it declogged, and then something happened with the hot end where now the hot end won't heat, so I bypassed it, and we're gonna do a test. Here, I'll get you guys this view. All right, we're up and running. Let's see, let's do 200. And let's see if this hot end heats. It does immediately. Okay, so I can turn that off. So we have a bad thermistor / hot end. Okay. At least it's not the tool head, so that's good. Like if you have a ton of same hot end. Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of coincidence, huh? I do have a bunch of the same hot ends. 2 hot ends, 1 Voron. Hey, Barton. I might get banned with that name. All right, so I'll let this thing cool down a little bit. So at least we know that is true. And then we also know that this wasn't possibly it, so I can change this back. You know what I'll do just to make it easier? I'm going to copy this. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to copy both of these. We'll put them down here. I'll keep them the same just since we're troubleshooting, and then I can go back in later and clean that up. This is 0. This is 7. And let's turn interpolate back on. Obviously, this doesn't have anything to do with it, but it's worth troubleshooting. What hot end are you using? This is actually a hot end from King Rune, believe it or not. I don't know the name of it. Here, let me show you what it is. I know this setup's a little cumbersome at the moment. Here, let's move the camera in. So, whoops. Here is the hot end. It's essentially, the heatsink is, what do they call this? Voron style, I guess. That's what this mount is. But it has a bimetal heat break. And then there's a CHT nozzle in there. And what do they call this? CHC, I believe it is. I think it's called a CHC block, a CHC ceramic heat block. So I have 3 of these, well 4 of them, and looks like I might have pulled something or did something with that other one that's just not working anymore. So here's what we're gonna do before I tear that apart. Let's go ahead and shut this down again. I'm gonna reconnect the old one again. CHC ceramic heater cartridge. Look at this. Look at that with the words and the terminology. My head's all over the place. A night train. The blob. Good sure for tonight's. It is. It is. Okay, is that off? Yep. Let's turn that off. Let's unplug this to make it a little easier. All right, let's bring this over here. Not the best view, I know. Okay, so this hot end is at least working, and we could use it now that it has ferrules on there. It's nice and easy. Let's get it out of here. Here we go. Yep, still hot. Okay, set that aside. Okay, now this one. Let's maybe take it out and do a little bit of an inspection. No harm, no foul, right? Or something like that. Technically, there's harm and foul. So I'm not sure if my statement is true. Luke, what have you been up to, man? I know you're constantly busy, always making amazing projects, and I'm sorry to say that I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Work's been really eating up most of my time, and I kind of just make it home and do one of these once a week, occasionally once every 2 weeks, so I haven't been able to keep up. Hey, Maker Viking, how you doing, man? BB's 3D, what's up? Thank you guys for popping in. Always good to see you. All right, have to sacrifice the zip tie. Anyone got any tips, suggestions, or best plans for building a Nevermore V6? There's a bunch of really cool Nevermores and variations of Nevermores on printables and whatnot, but the general one's pretty good. Work on projects as usual. Me too. Me too. Just trying to troubleshoot this hot end over here. Trying to remember how to remove everything. All right, so that removes that. So now we just have this bottom section, and that has smaller Allen keys. There we go. Playing around with the box turtle I built and trying to get some software working. Nice. Definitely cool. Picked up a few hot ends. Look just like that one, Red Lizard K1 Pro. Yeah, there's a lot of manufacturers that make this hot end essentially. This one, the one that I have is from King Rune. It just so happens. Oh, looks like we gotta sacrifice another zip tie. No big deal. Worth it to get a printer running. All right, spacer off. All right, so this is not hot, right? Wiggle this guy out of here. All right, it's got filament in it. That's lovely. Okay, set that aside. Can I spot anything wacky over here? Take the sock off. Seems okay. Let's get this guy. I wonder if I could pop this off with the filament in there. No, probably not. Debating going with the filter over Nevermore. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the filter. All right, let's just go with the heat break. Okay. So what had happened? Our thermistor wires look good. Can I pull any of them out of there? Did they break? This one is loose. I wonder if it broke inside, which would be weird. I didn't really do anything that crazy to the hot end. All right, let's try this. I don't see anything visual. I'm gonna give it one more shot, just as a test. Where's a flathead? Let's do a little bench test. And I already have it out. We'll just swap it with the other one, but just curious. Just curious. Let's put the heat sink at least just back on there. There we go. Okay. All right, so it is plugged in. Let's get this guy plugged in. And let's boot. It's a boot. Respect. All right. I was thinking of doing the bento box. Managed to pick up Nevermore kit really cheaply. I've never bought one of those kits. I always just get all the parts I need separately. Because most of the time, whenever I buy things like fans or any of that stuff, I just buy them in bulk. All right, so rebooted. There we go, should be booted. All right, let's do a test. 200. Are we heating? No. Okay, so clearly I have a bad hot end. And to be honest, I'm not sure which part of it is bad or what happened to make it bad. So that's kind of sad, but okay. We know what to do. Shut this down. So yeah, quite the delay on what I was trying to do. It's already 10. And I was talking about, you know, doing this so quickly that I was going to cut the stream early, but that looks like that's not going to happen. All right, so let us get the new hot end in there. All right, let's get this unbolted. Those hot ends fail like that sometimes. Yeah, it looks like it, huh? I think we've gone backwards. Yeah, we've definitely gotten more detuned. 100%. I think we've definitely taken an L. You've been very helpful in my 3D printing journey. I know you have a couple of options to support the channel. Can you please explain them? Oh, listen, you being here and you watching my videos is definitely enough. I think my current favorite way somebody can support is to either A, give memberships to folks through these live streams, or even better, if you go to shop.3dprintsos.com, here I'll show you. If you go to shop.3dprintsos.com, I have a store. In the store right now at the top, there's a bunch of products that I make. So these are consoles that I custom designed myself, 3D printed, and a case of, put in a recycled game system of, that type of thing, comes with the game, whatever. But down here, I also have shirts that I designed myself. So some pretty fun stuff like, you know, you show up to a family thing in this, and some people are going to have a giggle. So they're as cheap as you can possibly, as I can make them on this app. So a bunch of different shirts to choose from. There's hoodies on here. There's a bunch of swag like work mats. I'm actually working on one of the mats right now. There's mugs. So this would be a best way to support, I think, because this gives you something physical, and the company takes money to like make the thing. Whereas when people give digitally, which I obviously highly appreciate, there's a big bulk of that money actually goes to whatever the app is. So I think my current favorite way of support is this, because the only difference for me is the chunk that goes to the third party actually produces a physical object. If you do want to support, pick yourself up a t-shirt. Like I said, they're as cheap as I could possibly make them from my end. And admittedly, they're not the highest end t-shirt possible, but they're good enough to be a fun t-shirt. And I wear them all the time and wash the bunch and whatever, all that stuff. They're true to size. But yeah, so I think that's my favorite. That's shop.3dprintsos.com. All right. And like I said, my whole thinking with this was that instead of giving some amount of money to a service, obviously it's a good service, but this way the money that gets taken out of the donation actually gets you something physical. So that's just what I'm thinking. I know another YouTuber that bought 8 of those hot ends and 2 of them failed in the first heat up. Oh man. Yeah. Hey Eric, these hot ends right now, I'm replacing it as we speak. Kind of going backwards here. But it is what it is. It'd be like that sometimes. One thing I might have to do is I might have to lengthen. Might have to lengthen that PTFE tube because it's now going to be a different size. The other thing I need to do is do a... Oh, how does this heat break hold in? Oh, okay, this heat break doesn't have... This heat break doesn't have screws in it. So that is actually going to be pretty tricky. Interesting. That's going to be tricky to align this to how I want. What? How's that gonna work? So this is just held in by that. Interesting. All right, so this is a little bit different actually. Let's see what's inside of there. Oh, this is actually hand loose, okay. Aha. All right, so yeah, this tube is gonna have to be completely changed, which is fine. We have the tools. A little bit less heat break in there. I know I'm tightening this cold. I know the sin that I have committed. That's interesting. How am I going to be able to position that? But there is a CHC in there. How am I going to position this to where I want it with this type of setup? Because this needs to be in a really specific spot. Well, let's see how this fits on here. So this goes in there flat like that. So this needs to be like this. Maybe I'll just get super lucky. Let's see how this fits. Well, the hardware is the same. It's like 2.5 or something. Oh, sorry guys, camera's over here. I'm working to the side. Shirts are nice. Decent manufacturer for the shirts. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, BWS. Alphabet already makes a good amount just off the ads. They push on the streams, take a huge cut for Super Chat. Right, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Also, Patreon. I'm just. I have distaste for a little bit at the moment, and I'm even contemplating, like I mentioned in the last stream, I'm even contemplating no longer having Patreon. You know, I know there's a lot of like weird. Well, it's not weird. It's justified. There's a lot of people talking about how they can't believe that Apple is charging extra for their use, but that's only because Patreon went against the policy of the entire platform. You know, there's an agreement people agree on, and instead of Patreon taking that cost, as in like because they're using a platform, they forwarded that cost onto you, the person that's supporting the person, so that I get less of the donation and they're taking the cut to pay for the platform that they're using. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I just don't like that. I don't. That's what I'm saying with all the digital stuff. As much as I really appreciate people giving, and especially giving memberships, I think that's really cool that they did that. The fact that you can give memberships. And you know, YouTube is an amazing platform. It's great for everyone, so I don't mind paying YouTube. But yeah, I think the shirts thing is the best way to support. Type on your website, each console will include Pokemon Ruby, Emerald, or Sapphire cartridge. Oh, or did I write and? Did I write and on there? Because that would be a problem, considering the amounts of these I have to change. Wait. Each console will include a Pokemon Ruby, Emerald, or Sapphire cartridge. That seems right. Oh, what did I have on here? Cartridge. How do you spell it? Where, that seems right. Wait. Cartridge. Which one, did I spell it wrong? Wait, hold on. Each console will include a Pokemon Ruby, Emerald, or Sapphire cartridge. Oh. It's not, how do you spell it right? How do you spell it? Cartridge. English. English is hard, guys. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'll have to do it post stream at some point. That's funny. Cartridge. Yeah, my bad. But thank you for catching that. That's funny because I put that everywhere. So I have to go back and just swap all these out. That's funny. Yeah, man, English, it's rough. Rough out here for us foreigners. All right, those are tight. Where did the little blue thing go? I don't think this will work anymore. I think this has to be different. I don't want to push it too far. Yeah, that's too far down. All right, let me grab more PTFE. I'll put this over here to keep it with this hot end. Man, I'm really disappointed in this hot end doing this. That's quite the bummer. Just tighten this so that it stays together. I don't lose anything. There we go. Let's put that back. I mean, I could technically still use all of it. I'll just have to get a new, what's it called? Heat break, not heat break, heater. PTFE tube. Let's get it. All right, PTFE tube. We also need this tool, and we need a razor blade. Wow, this really turned into a whole different stream, huh? Some games cause cart rage. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's hilarious. All right, we'll use blue stuff. Hold on. I'm over here chucking stuff all over the place. I don't need to be doing that. I'll hate myself later. Okay. Here's what we're doing. This goes in there all the way down. Well, that's annoying. Now I gotta undo this because I can't tell. Can't tell how far down this needs to go. Can't get my K2 to play games on the bottom screen on my DSL. I can't get my K2 to play games on the bottom screen of my DSL. So DS Lite. Can't get my K2. I thought you were talking about the Creality printer for a second there. Oh, R4, there we go. I can't get my R4 to play games on the bottom screen of my DS Lite. So there is a menu somewhere in there. There's definitely a menu that you have to go through. Oh, thank you, Nigel, for putting that in there and sending it to me in the live stream. I mean, in the live chat. I appreciate that. That helps a lot. Why is this PTFE being so weird? I'm gonna try a different tube just because the outer diameter of that one is wild. That was actually a genuine tube, and I don't think this one is. But at this point, I don't really care. Yeah, see, this one has a better outer diameter here. And that goes right down in there. Okay. Let me check it this way. Yeah, okay, that's easier. All right, back to this. I don't know if it's different in the US, but in the UK, Sapphire has 2Ps too. You might be right on that, because the 2Ps looks correct visually from here, and it might just be me not spelling too good. Which is like not only possible, it's actually likely. So I will definitely check that as well. All right, I got that tightened down as much as we're going to be able to tighten it down. I really wish I could turn this just a little bit. I think this is going to be a problem. But we'll have to deal with that problem as we go. Anyway, to cut this properly, let's let go of these zip ties. Where's our tool? This tool gets slipped on. Oh, wow, it's hard to actually go through this hole, too. Real hard. Great. Okay. All right, there we go. We'll take this. We will just saw away, make sure it's nice and flat. Go from this side too. Cut the little burrs off. There we go. Put the tool back before I lose it. Push that back in. Get a piece of filament. How's this working? Perfect. Okay. All right, let's see how this fits. Let me clean up a little bit since I have so much stuff over here now. Yeah, these can go trash. PTFE tube can go away. Oh, you know what? You know what? I just realized this. I think the clog that we had could have been a failed hot end. It could have just stopped heating and stopped extruding. And no, but then if the heat dropped, then we would have gotten a fail-safe situation on Clipper. That's interesting. But I wonder if that played a role. It could have. It could have. Yes. Yes, it could have. It is replaceable. Sapphire, so it is 2. All right, thank you guys. I'll check that. I'll check that later and fix it. 2-piece. Thanks for this build series. Really helpful to follow as I build my. Nice. I'm really happy to hear that because there's definitely a lot of jibber jabber in between, and I am definitely running into issues that are unique to just me. I'm pretty sure a majority of folks aren't going to run into the same nonsense here. All right, let's check what's in there. Nothing. Okay, that should just go right up in there. Align it. Go. Yep, there it goes. Okay, all that is good. Now here's the thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to align this properly because of this. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. I am wrong. Well, no. See, this, I believe, for whatever reason, had to be on the inside. I wonder if I can bend this. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't. What was the problem? Let me try to put it on here just to visually see. Was it hitting something? Was it this guy? It's this guy, isn't it? Yeah, it's this. Okay, so that's a problem. I'm trying to think of what I can do. Okay, I believe to clock this thing differently, if I loosen the nozzle, no, that will move this over. On my brain, I'm trying to brain this. Is it possible to clock this differently? So if I just move this all the way to the edge like that, and then I tighten this, yeah, okay. All right, that's good. Look at that. I am smart. I went to schooling. I went to the school before. I had education. I did it education once. There we go. Okay, that would work. All right. Now we're playing. Now we're playing the game. Right there. Okay, good. Ah, man. Following the CAD and your videos, do the gantry assembly tonight. Nice, awesome. That's a fun part. Going DH, no, not yet. It did, but then we had a problem, and then I tried to fix it, and we got into a way worse situation. So we're all edumacated. Yeah, kids, stay in school. Get that cation. The edu. Get that edu. All right, let's sandwich this bad boy in. Okay. This side. Let's make sure I'm not pinching anything. I mean, listen, this one is gonna be tight. There's a lot of wiring right there. Okay. I might have to do some more finagling over here. All right, so what's happening is this wire in the spot where it has to pass through this is very thick. And what's pressing on it? This part right here is pressing on it. What I'm gonna do, let me mark it. I'm gonna carve it out a bit. It's superficial plastic. It doesn't need to be this wide. And this actually might be a thing in the design to make this just a bit better in the design. It could be altered to be just a little bit narrower. I mean, they're trying to make it as thick as possible so that it doesn't move around. So keep that in mind. Triple. Were you able to break the clog loose by bumping the temp way up? Yes. And then it wouldn't heat again. Oh, that's true. Yep. Yep. I forgot. See, this is why you don't have a series of concussions. And you wear helmets. And you wear full faces. And you don't do anything too extreme. Okay? Or else you'll be like me. Forget the thing that you did 10 minutes ago. But hey, you know what? I have your help, and that's all I could ask for, really. So thank you, I appreciate it. Yo, this ABS is tough. I'm just trying to carve away just a little bit to give those cables a little bit more room. All right, let's give it a whirl. Hive mind and hive memory. Yeah, hive memory is good. I could use it. Okay, that's much better. That's the solution. All right, let's do just a hair more. All right, let's get that back off, do it right. And then we'll be where we started. After this works, we will be where we started, which is crazy. All right. Let's see what that does. So all I've done is just carefully give my cables a little bit more space. All right, there's one. And okay, that's looking flat. All right, let's get this in there. What's going on here? Why is that not flush? Hello, welcome to Setback City, where no matter what I seem to be doing, we're getting some setbacks. Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. Okay. So this right here is catching the threads and not going through this. So, whoops, we can take this tap and just kind of ream that out a bit. If you go to the end of the tap, you'll kind of start to strip it. There we go. That works. Let's do this side too. This ABS is, I broke it. Great. I broke that piece. Do I have another one? I do. What I was going to say was that filament is surprisingly very resilient. It broke in the tiny little piece. I'll show you guys. I broke that. But I was really pulling that bad boy. All right, let's see if I can do this one. There we go. Okay, one side. Because these holes are supposed to be passed through. They shouldn't have threads in them that catch the M3. So I just got to enlarge them a little bit. There we go. All right, let's do these. And we should be good. Okay, got that one. And the last one. There we go. Okay. Setback number 45 is complete. Let's put this somewhere visible as a reminder that I need to reprint another one of those. All right. That goes there, like that. This goes here, like that. This goes through that into here, like that, and is flush, like that. Okay, here we go. This side, same thing. Goes through, and flush, like that. All right, now we're actually getting somewhere. This screw goes there, this screw goes here. Let's go. Ignis Fast, you have to be patient. So, is your camera auto track? Yes, I have a camera on a gimbal, and this one should also be doing it, but I don't have it set up that way. But I have and could technically have it set up to do the same. All right, we got that one. Okay. Okay. Anything else? No. Tight, tight. This is good, good. Put this up here like that. Okay. Then this will go to the thermistor area. Good. And this has to come up through here to save some space. Just going to try to replicate what I had before. Is there enough space? Let's see. Yes. All right, I pass them through here and here on the outside. There we go. And where's, come on. Come on, wire. There we go. Okay. Up like this. Here, let's get this thing out of the way for just a second. And this has to curl up. And so let's undo this some more. Undo this some more. Get our little needle nose. All right, little ferrule. Go in there. There we go. Okay. That's one. Let's test. Yep. Okay. And now do two. Okay. Try to push this one in just a hair more. There we go. And tighten. And tighten. Okay. This goes over here. Plug. Yeah, outside here is fine. Although through there would be even better. Let's see if we can get it in there. Through here would be even better. Why do we have a connector out? Here comes another setback. Setback number 85 is in place. Why is this out? Okay, luckily it can only go to one other place. Okay, this one is, for whatever reason, loose. Does it go this way? Let's see. Does it go in this direction? What the? Why is that little thing gone? So this piece is missing something. One way I can solve that is a small zip tie. But why that happened, I don't know. Only because this is one of those streams. All right, I'm gonna zip tie this down. And hopefully the friction of that will hold that in place. All right, let's see if I can plug that in with the black wire still being where it needs to be. There it goes, okay. Plug that in there like we used to have. All right, so this part is still nice and clean. There we go, like that. All right, now let's clean this up. All right, we need to bend this zip tie. Sorry, chat, I haven't been looking because I've been trying to just get through this. All right, here's one. Okay, doesn't need to be super tight, but tight enough. All right, let's go to the other side. Bend the tip. I think we went from this side on that one. We'll just do the same here. Okay. All right, moving the tools to over here for a second so I can have some focus. Oh, well, here's the piece. Oh, no, that's a different piece. I was like, oh, there's a piece of that connector. No, that's what we chopped off. That was the piece we chopped off from the ferrules. Okay. All right, what's next? Let me get a piece of filament. Next is this. So filament going in all the way. Let's lock this down. Put this guy in there. There we go. All right, let's see. Can it freely turn the motor? Nope, a little bit more. Nope, still not enough tension, or something is misaligned in there. Still the same. Yeah, we're not turning the motor. And more tension is not helping. If I go less on the tension, still nothing. Interesting. So I'm wondering if something is misaligned inside. Which will be a secondary issue. Yeah, something is not quite right in there. All right. Now we have another thing to troubleshoot. But the first one was the hot end, so let's get that going. I just want to peek in here real quick. No, they're aligned. Is this gear... Does that gear move is my question. Yeah. It's moving just fine. The motor moves freely. This gear moves freely. Okay, let's do this. Let me loosen that gear. Just to make sure nothing's binding funky or strange. Yep, gear slides. Okay, nothing odd there. So right there should be good. Okay. All right, that looks good to me. Let's do it by hand. What is even going on? Alright, so I think I know what the extruder problem is. This is not clamping. Oh, right, because of that. Okay, hold on. Okay, now the gear is moving. Wow, it is bouncing a lot. Interesting. I think I have a bad extruder gear. That's off center. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's new. Yeah, so I can feel this bouncing up and down as I pull. So that's why we had VFA looking issues. They're not VFA. They are a bad gear. All right. I will tear that up now, but first, let's see if we fix the hot end. Turn the machine on. I'll rotate the camera for you guys. Let's wait for that. Wowza, what a ride. I'm scared to look at the chat, guys. I've been in there too long. 2 steps forward, 1 steps back. I think in this case we did many steps back, like many. Good thing it's no fun if it works the first time. Any chance you could show how the door is put together? What door? No, live stream at least one problem. I know, it's wild. Chance of loose wire causing all this one connector loose. I tried. All right, here we go. So this is booted up. Let's see. Here, I'll give you guys the big view. All right, here we go. New hot end in there. It's instantly heating. Yep. Okay, so the problem that happened during the stream, not even the problem that we had. The problem that happened during the stream was bad hot end. Now we have a new hot end in there that's working. The fans are running. The hot end's hot. Yep. Okay, now it's something that has to do with the extruder. And the gears. The gears on the extruder are definitely messed up. I don't remember the last time that I've dealt with that. Okay, so this clamp down. Yeah, I mean, the gear, it 100% moves. Oh, yeah. Yeah, wow. I wonder, how do I find if it's the motor or a gear? Yeah, that's wild. Wow, I haven't had that happen on this type of extruder in years. Once again, I do have more, but this is the stuff from the kit. Both this hot end and these extruder gears are from the kit, so that's kind of bumming me out a bit. I'm gonna have to undo all the zip ties and undo the extruder. I mean, this is the type of update that I can give you guys with shorts, you know, so you follow along type deal. But yeah, if I put pressure on there and I pull, it's up, down, up, down. Yeah, so there is some kind of gearing issue inside of that, which means that it wasn't this thing. It wasn't, the problem wasn't the stock bolt. So we can definitely put this back. Okay, so that's an expectation I can have now, is I gotta swap out the hardware. No problem. Yeah, okay. Now everything's clamping just fine. It's just a matter Holy moly, what a situation. Yeah. Yeah, you can even feel it. Okay. Man, is there a point to doing any kind of tuning to a thing that I have to take apart and replace? I don't think there is. Because then I'd have to redo it all again. So, what time is it? 11 o'clock? I did want to cut the stream a little short, but not that we didn't get anything done, which is crazy. That's crazy. So it could be the gears. It could be a shaft. It could be a needle bearing. Wow. That was a total bummer. With the latch open, does the filament go through? Yes, it does. The Micron's door, if you're using the R1 parts for the door. I don't have a door on the front yet. I don't have any enclosure on the front yet because this is going to be a tool changer. And my whole objective was to get the base of this thing running so that I can critique the kit and then move on to building the tool changer. Measure once, cut 3 times. Take the nozzle out and look at the filament path. No, that part is fine. It's not the filament path. I can feel it. I know obviously you guys can't. But I can quite literally feel that the gear... Actually, I can have it move like this, can't I? Yeah. Here, let me move you guys in. It's going to be really hard to see. Let me see if I can angle this thing in a way. Okay. So let's see if it's the gear on the extruder or not. All right, I'll have to heat it up. That's okay. If I burn my hand, I burn my hand. Here we go. Let's go 200, or you know what? I'll do, what's the minimum? 170, I think I said it. Here, we'll heat it up. I'll just keep my fingers away from everything. And what I'll try to do... There we go. We have a visual of the gear, right? Let's see. There we go. So once it warms up, I'm going to tell it to extrude. And let's see if we'll be able to visually see if it's the extruder shaft and gear or if it's the idler gear. What's your opinion on Ender 3 V3? I love the Ender 3 V3. I think it's a great machine. Mine keeps self-destructing. Creality has replaced all the parts 3 times so far. Wow. Logan, that's crazy. I have the Plus and the regular one. I've used the regular one recently because it has a really cool bed on it. And it has been pretty darn good. What parts are failing on it? Like, what's been happening with the machine? This is a chance for sure with cheap BMG gears. That's why Extruder Orbiter. Right. I agree. Yeah, I mean these are the ones in the kit though. I expected them to be a little bit more robust. Looks like our minimum's a little higher than 170. They came into existence due to these issues with BMG gears, and then due to being cloned like crazy, they're probably incredibly cheap with every kit. Right. Is the heat set for the tensioner straight? That's hard to tell from here. I'd like to believe so. But here, okay, so here's a sanity check. So it's heated now. I can feel the heat. All right, we can see the gear, right? In there, right there. Let's see it turn. Wait. What's happening? Oh, there it goes. Does that look like it's bouncing around at all? Looks fine to me. Let's go a little faster. Let's see if it'll let me go at like 15. All right, let's make this 200. Looks like our minimum keeps bouncing in and out of it. "3D print gremlins always show when you least want them to, right? I mean, from what I heard, Formbot is about the same level as FiSec when it comes to cheapness, and all BMG I've gotten there from FiSec have been absolutely bottom shelf." Well, the ones that I have from my kits are the lowest possible end stuff, but this not from my kits, from like what I've purchased myself. All right, here we go. So let's get a better view. Zoom. There we go. All right, faster rotation. Let's see. Okay, I don't think it's the shaft or the gear on the shaft. Yeah, for what it's worth, that seems okay. So it must be the idler. It must be the idler gear, which the only way for me to get to is to take it apart. And this is all very hot. Can I get to that grub screw again? Yeah, I'm just looking at it here, and yeah, there's no movement there, so it's gotta be this one, the idler one. Let's do this. Let's put this bad boy back up here. Let's extrude some filament. Just not a 15. All right, well, we can melt plastic. So that's good. But there is definitely a strangeness to it. Can I feel a tension difference? Man. So the gears are really warped because there's certain spots in the gears where I can just pull the filament out. Well, it looks like no matter what I do, I'm rebuilding the extruder. Yeah, I mean, I can stop it from extruding just with zero effort. All right, well, let's remove that. Okay, I have another place to work off of, another thing to shoot for. We'll let this thing cool down and clean it up, and I'll take the hot end apart. One of the benefits of this setup that I have here is that this thing's a tool changer, and I can just remove the tool head and easily work on it. So that's pretty fun. Wow, cool. Every time the printer does a self-level, the print head dives into the print bed. Oh, and ribs the hot end out of the heat break on the hot. Oh my God, the entire print head has been replaced, but keeps doing it. Okay, so That's wild. So the bed, the sensors in the bed must not be triggering. I gave up and got a bamboo printer, so I'm able to print. Hey, you know what? If they sent you parts 3 times and there's still been issues, I totally get that. If they are grayed out, sir, it's because of several things. One is the temperature is too low, or that means you're asking it to extrude too much. Somewhere in the config, there's a maximum. For example, on mine, the maximum is 50. So if I put 51 right there, you'll see that it's grayed out. I can't use it. So as long as you're not going too fast or too far or too cold, there's safety in place so that you can't just start, you know, pushing plastic where it shouldn't go. I love the spool you have hanging there. I love being able to print spools and get refill spools. If one more right, yes, I do. I like them as well. Magnets sometimes affect the eddy current style probes. It's true. I'm going to use some Triangle Lab BMG gears and the Bamboo Lab X1C hot end for the Micron Plus. Yeah, that sounds like a really good combination. Wow, well, this isn't how I expected this stream to go, but it is what it is. Like, this is a part of building custom machines and troubleshooting and, you know, doing things on your own. This printer is definitely not one of those printers where you take it out of the box and it's good to go. Everything is nice and dandy. This is a kit. This is a project. This is something you do for the love of printing a printer and not so much for getting one and, you know, printing with it as soon as possible. So I understand that, so I can't be mad at it. There's so many different variables between different prints and different components, and all the stuff has to come together. I've built enough things in my day, like RC cars or drones or whatever it is, planes, whatever it might be, whatever kit there might be, there's variables and there's room for error in these things, and that's why you get one of these things instead of an RTR, because of this like adventure thing. So yeah, am I bummed? Yeah, absolutely. But it is what it is. It's kind of a part of the journey. I'll figure it out. I think what I have to decide is how I'm going to handle it. And maybe this is a thing for you guys. Actually, you know what? It is a thing for you guys. I'm gonna go into YouTube. Where can I do this? Do I do this here? Engage with your audience. Here we go. Start a poll. Okay. Here's what I want, guys. Let me know. Do you want... Okay, never mind. Let's do this. Choose one. Choose one. Okay, hold on. Let me try to rephrase this. If I do another live stream on this machine, comma, do you want no, not if I do another live stream. If you see this machine on the channel again, would you rather, here we go, would you rather watch another stream of troubleshooting and testing, or watch a review when the machine is built and running? You guys let me know. Why can't I start a poll? Must contain 1 in 35 characters. Seriously? Well, this is less than ideal. Would you rather watch a live stream of troubleshooting and testing, or a review when it's built And running. There you go. That's how my brain works. I still can't? What is going on? Oh, -1. Okay. We'll change the and to an ampersand. Oh, my lord. Live stream of troubleshooting. There we go. Okay, here we go. Start a poll. All right, y'all. Let me know, please, what you guys think. Eventually, you go in Dragon Burner with Galileo 2. Yeah, that seems to be a really good direction. I only had the hot end dive into the bed with a clicky probe installed. Tap has not done that to me. Yeah, me too. Tap has been pretty darn good and extremely accurate. I honestly think the only kit I'm interested in building would be a positron. Those are just neat. They are neat, but the positron has its own really interesting quirks about it. Definitely not a regular everyday machine. Planes, you build, you crash, and then you rebuild. Well, that might be why I only have a wing here. Also, I'm still working on the video. There's just a lot of pieces to it. I do have a video about the plane. I've just been trying to do these macro builds and work on my website to try to continue. My YouTube channel, generally, the income has like really tanked, so I'm trying to like find different avenues and try to make it all work that way. But I'm not complaining. I was joking, but I guess when I said that I wanted to learn how not to build a tool changer burner. Yeah. The multi-tool head will have to come later. I first want to build this machine as the kit with some future things like the tool head. I'm not gonna review this portion of it, but everything else is a part of the kit. That's just the leveling way that it levels itself. So I can kind of review everything else, the things that were provided, the instructions, whatever that might be, the components, the quality, and then a tool changer after that's ready. Yeah, the multi-tool head will be a separate thing. I'm not talking about multi-tool head. I'm just talking about this setup right here, what I have in front of me. What are the options? Oh, Mr. Flark, I was talking about it earlier. You might have missed it. You can just use through the chat. You can like donate there. You can support. You can give other people memberships to the channel through here. You can become a member to the channel as well for like a small monthly fee, or the best one yet, like I mentioned earlier, is to support me on shop.3dprintsos.com. There's a link down in the description. So I do have my own products that I've designed to develop myself. I know this is a gaming console, it might not be for everybody, but I do have 3D print oriented shirts that I design myself. I make the prices as low as humanly possible. There's also hoodies. There's also swag like the mats, such as what I use for builds, and things like mugs like this that are really high quality and great. So I think that's the best way to support, because the portion that doesn't go to me goes to actually giving you a physical thing. Whereas if you choose to give on YouTube or on Patreon or YouTube memberships, the part that goes to me is small and the other part goes to YouTube or whatever it might be. This way, the portion actually goes to something that you get physically delivered to you. So shop.3dprintsos.com is probably the best way to support, even though technically I get a smaller cut. That's not what it's about. It's about you guys supporting me and getting something. I think that part is what I like the best. Yeah, I went with a Dragon Burner Orbiter too. Yeah, good call. I like to see the group find a print while you look, then print. Maybe use some different filament and show what settings to do. Help makes a better print. Okay, thanks, Chuck. I like the fact that you're talking about like the people being a part of it. I really like that part. Oh, that's okay. No worries. All right, y'all. Let me give you a brief summary again for those in and out, and then what I'll do is I'll end the... oh, here we go. Let's do this. There's a pinned comment at the top. Okay? Actually, the looks like the pinned comment goes away with the poll. So, yet again, let me do the poll. Let's end it. How do I end this sucker? End the poll. Does it give me a summary somewhere? I don't get a summary. Oh, here we go. All right, so live stream the troubleshoot was 70%. The review when it's done is 30%. Wow, so the majority of you guys would actually watch me troubleshoot this thing further. I'm surprised. Okay. Okay, I do have a Discord. Yeah, in the Discord, there's a live stream section where you guys can share stuff in there, and there's so many sections to the Discord. But yeah, check that out. There's thousands of people in there hanging out, sharing prints, sharing workspaces, builds, whatever. So yeah, Logan, definitely go down in there. We're learning along with you. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why I do this, right? And I've gotten some comments that have literally said the opposite. I've had some people like severely complain and be angry about the live streams, saying that a lot of this is useless information, and that I wasted all of their time. So that's why I'm asking, because some people are going to be unhappy regardless. I get it, but 70 plus 29% is 100. Search. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. I like that. All right, cool. We're on the same page then. All right, then. I mean, I have the gears. Okay. Yeah. All right. So for the next stream, then, we're gonna troubleshoot this thing. I want to get it running so bad. I mean, it's been a long time. I've been building this thing for a while. Majority of the people that started Microns alongside with me have built them all the way, have been using them for a while, and some people have printed other second machines. So I definitely need to get this thing wrapped. The missing one was Zumi. Yeah, it's true. I'm surprised. She must be really deep sleep. Yeah, easily 4 to 5 months. I mean, this thing it's been a while. That's what I tried to do, and that's actually why this thing has been taking so long. But starting another project is going to be really tough, especially just because of the space. Having to put this down somewhere and moving it to start another one's been pretty tough. And I have no machines to unbox, which is what I typically do on live streams outside of projects, is every other week we usually unbox a machine. But to be completely honest, companies have completely stopped sending me anything, which is fine. I'm enjoying working on projects. And to be fair, I'm not actively reaching out to anybody as well. But typically, I literally would have offers of people like, hey, we have this new machine coming, this and that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, let's unbox it, do this and that. Video review, all that stuff. But yeah, I've got nothing. The Soval SV08 was supposed to be one of them. Nothing. Anycubic, nothing. Creality, I don't think they're sending anything to anybody, although I could be wrong. People could be NDA'd and not talking about it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really complaining. It gives me more time to do fun stuff. So I'm cool with that. Got any sunglasses to put on your statue? Yeah, for sure. That's actually another thing. Like, I was waiting on the Creality. Since this whole thing was printed with Creality everything, I wanted to print the face in full color on a Creality multicolor machine. So I'm kind of waiting for that. I don't know if that'll ever happen or not, but I'd like that. They can always watch something else. Yeah. Honestly, there haven't been that many machines coming out recently. But I mean, there definitely has. I can give you a solid list of at least 5 machines that I don't have that have been out, and many people have already reviewed or looked at in some way. But like I said, I think it's fine. Like, I'm totally cool with it. ANET A8, right? So, but that's what I mean by project. Like, I'm having a hard time. I don't know if I'll be able to do the ANET in one 3-hour sprint. I think that might be a 2 or 3er, ain't it? Not ANET. ANET. Nice. Anyway, let's do this. Now you can see the giveaway up here, guys. Here, it's 11:30. Let's do like 2 minutes or so. For those that don't know, that takes you to a gleam.io page. if you guys are in the United States and you're going to stick around for this giveaway, go ahead and enter for a chance to win a spool of PLA Plus. What I do there is whoever wins, I take that email that you eventually send. I'll give the instructions later. But I usually take that email and I forward it to 3D Max and they'll be sending it. It has to be in the United States only, and you have to fill out this question. Yeah, I mean, that might also be your interest in, you know, your how YouTube is handling subscriptions and whatnot. But yeah, there was like a giant printer dump at one point, wasn't there? Another one that I would really enjoy to check out to any degree is anything Prusa related. I've had 67 machines and I'm working on a 68th. So I've had almost 70 machines and none of them have been Prusas. I've messaged them on different platforms and emailed them at different times in different ways, but I've never heard back. I know they're not the type to work with creators, but I have a hunch it's just my viewership. Removing the protective paper it takes the whole stream. What would you recommend more, the A1 Mini or the Ender 3 V3? I'm thinking about buying a new one. To be completely honest, until Creality has their multi-material system, I would say that I would recommend the A1 Mini because you have the option to do 4-color prints. I've really been enjoying mine. It's kind of been like a staple. If I didn't have the X1C, I'd be using that a lot more. And to be honest, the print quality is phenomenal for what it is. Yeah, you know, both of those are bed slingers, so I'm not going to talk about ABS and none of that. But what Creality's promising is they're promising that their AMS system, their multi-material system, will also work with the Ender 3 V3. And when that does come out, that might be my recommendation. But for right now, I think the A1 Mini is what I would recommend. Do not get another Ender. I mean, you know, I hate my KE. Bought an A1 and I love it. There's mixed reviews for both brands. There's a person in here that has an X1C and has been having issues. So it's just what it is. These are consumer products, you know. Yeah, for colors, yeah. What changes? Flow, pressure advance, smooth time. And where do I make them when changing nozzles? You don't have to do any of that when changing nozzles unless you're changing nozzle size. If you're changing nozzle size, you can always go through Ellis's tuning guide. ELLIS tuning guide. So Ellis's tuning guide is what I would do. Go over here to tuning. This list is what you're going to want to do, obviously skipping bed and all that, although you do want to do bed leveling once you change your nozzle out. But yeah, if you just change the nozzle outside of your Z, because the Z offset might change a little bit, you don't have to do anything unless you change the size. Get the A1 before it ends up being Stratus's A1. I doubt it will be, but yeah, I see what you mean. Oh yeah, then definitely, yeah. Go through the Ellis's tuning guide. All right, everybody, I'm going to go in on my end and end this giveaway. There's 37 you guys in there. Stick around. Let's pick one. All right, let's go to edits. I'm going to change the time. You guys might have like 30 seconds left or something along those lines. Let's do 11:35. Here we go. Yeah, 11:35. Update. All right, there we go. 30 seconds. Is that what it is? 28 seconds. All right, guys. That should be plenty for anyone to jump in there if you're in the United States. And then we'll pick a winner. Yeah, isn't that a shame, Serge? Ain't that a shame? Get the Infomec TX. Ever since watching Federer's review on it, I've wanted to try it. Finally bought one, and I use it more than my P1S. Phenomenal. Yeah, so this was a big surprise machine. It still is a big surprise. It still prints great. It's sitting right off the camera right over there. I did get a box of all of the extras, like the fan, the camera, I don't remember what else is in there, but the fan and the camera in there, definitely. So that is something that I want to do at some point, is get that stuff installed and set up. That could also be a live stream that we do. That actually might be fun. So, yeah, that machine has been really cool. Aquilaware. So yeah, I have 5 Aquilas sitting. One's a part that I've been like taking parts from it and using it for other stuff. But Aquilaware Enderwire. I mean Aquilawire. There's been that's a big commitment, and I already have a lined up series of big commitments for these streams, like a 12-channel carrot feeder. An ANET A8, you know, a tool changer. I have a lot of those type of projects, and I can't right now add another one. So, penalizing those outside of the U.S. again. Disgrace. No, it's not me. The company only ships to the United States, as in 3D Max. So, you know, they're providing free spools once a week. So me complaining about where they can ship this to would be kind of ridiculous, to be honest. So, all right, let's do it. Let's pick a winner. You guys ready? Let's see. Let's go to winners. We're gonna draw a winner. Draw one winner, please. Let's see. Are you in the United States? Error occurred on the server. Whoa. Refresh? What error? The heck? Okay, I don't know what happened. Refresh worked. Okay. Well, we have a winner. Are you in? You didn't answer the question. I have to repick. Refresh. Okay. Let's try again. Are you in the United States? Yes. Did you answer the question? Yes. What was the question, guys? It was something along the lines of like, what was the hardest print, or what was the most challenging print you've ever done, that type of thing. So the answer here is, so far I've had a lot of problems with printing nylon. For a long time, PETG was challenging, but I got it now. Nice. I can relate to both of those things. All right, let's do announce winner in widget. Boom. Congratulations to Peter. Peter, congratulations. You have won. However, are you in the chat? PTG is so easy. The error was that I wasn't chosen. Nice. Oh, by the way, Brian, I'm going to have another X+3 for sale. The V1 this time. I don't know if for whatever reason you want one. I doubt you do, but just saying. I know you're a fan. Hey, there he is. Hey, Peter, congratulations. You've won yourself a roll of PLA+. Here's the instructions. Stick around, okay? After I'm done telling you what to do, please answer in the chat that you confirm that you got my instruction, okay? So here's what you need to do. You need to go to the 3D Max website. You need to take a look at their PLA+ selection. Find something that's in stock, okay? Can't be anything special, just a regular PLA+. And you need to take that, you need to email me at Fedor, which is F-E-D-O-R, okay? Fedor at 3dprintsos.com. That email address can also be found in the About section on my YouTube channel, but it's Fedor, F-E-D-O-R, at 3dprintsos.com. You need to email me your full name, your shipping address in the United States, and your choice of filament that's in stock, okay? When you do that, I'm going to take that information, I'm going to forward it to 3D Max, and they will ship it once they have a bunch of these things together, okay? So let me know in the chat that you confirm that you got those instructions. A true enabler, I am. That's pretty funny. Hey, thank you for being here, 3D. Appreciate it. Sure do. Cool. Awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, it does. Anyone know anything about the Cobra NMS just being advertised pretty cheap in the UK? I wish I did. I think at some point they were supposed to communicate with me about shipping me one, but never messaged, never replied, that type of thing. So I'm not sure. A dog wants out. All right, everybody. I think we're gonna call it here. It's been quite a ride of a stream today, huh? I guess I can go in here and turn this sucker off. Go ahead and turn this printer off. Shut down. Take a break. Yeah, that's kind of wild. But yeah, we have gears to swap, so I will do that. It shouldn't take too long. I just have to take it apart again. A couple zip ties, a couple screws, no big deal. I have automatic screwdrivers, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I'll put it back together, check to make sure that's working, but the hot end is in there now. I do have the retension the belts, because now that I've printed with it and moved around and did a ton of calibration earlier, it needs some new belts, so we got to run through some calibration. So I think what I'll do is I think I'm going to throw the gears in there, just another set, just to fix that, and then we'll do another one of these streams either next week or the week after, where we're going to be tuning this thing and getting it printing again. All right, I think that's the plan. I'm just getting organized too, so I can start thinking about. Nice. Thanks for the stream. You got a sub for me. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for subbing. You know, check out the Discord. Like I said, lots of people in there hanging out, relaxing, troubleshooting, sharing prints, sharing setups, sharing their studios. There's a for sale section. Lots of cool stuff. What advice would you give to somebody who's getting into his first 3D print? Well, there's a couple people in here with their first 3D printers, so maybe they can chime in too. But here's a question. Do you have one? Do you have a 3D printer yet, or you're looking for one? But what advice I would give is to just take it easy. I know first getting into it, there's a lot of information out there, and there's a lot of eager people to teach. The problem seems to be kind of like you can kind of justify your opinion on the internet nowadays, no matter what your opinion is. So stick with tutorials that aren't maybe video based. Stick with things like Ellis's tuning guide, for example, if you have a clipper machine, or you know, I think the best advice I can give you is buy a machine that has a lot of positive feedback, because you will have less trouble using it. Because there'll be a community behind it, at least for your first machine. And then once you get comfortable with it, stuff like that, you can end up doing things like this where you're building kits or building cool projects, doing lots of other 3D print related stuff. I think that's what I would say to somebody nowadays getting in. Expect frustration. Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating even on the most easy machines. So there's a couple interesting things. Like, I've seen this happen a million times. One side of me wants to say, hey, just buy a bamboo machine and you're set. The problem with that is you might not run into any problems and just love it. But if you do run into any problems, a machine like the Bamboo Lab machine kind of takes all the work out of it. So when you have a problem, you actually don't know what the problem is. And you end up just hating it because you don't know how to solve your own issues. When you buy something like, not necessarily a kit to this level, but something maybe that you have to put together, or something from a smaller company that has less help, as a little bit more hands-on, you end up learning really simple things. How a hot end works, what an extruder is, how to put together an extruder, what slicer options there are. And through learning those little basics, when something happens, and if something happens to your 3D printer or from your 3D print, you kind of have a significantly better understanding and footing on what to do next and troubleshoot. Whereas if you do get a machine that's really easy to operate and does everything for you automatically, you get removed. So there's that side to it. So, you know, buying something like one of these bamboo machines, or even one of these bamboo machines, does kind of remove you a little bit from the technical part of it. That's okay. For example, you can drive a car and not ever be a mechanic. But don't expect to be able to run into a problem like a flat tire and not call AAA. Okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, There's an approach where if you have a flat tire, you know exactly what to do, where your tire is, how to swap it out. Don't need to call anybody. 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, you're back on the road. Or you'll be the type of person that has a flat tire, has to call a service, and be stuck on the side of the road until someone helps you. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm definitely a more hands-on person. I'd like to understand how things work. So I think my opinion is a little bit skewed. But that's the side that I lean on, is the I'm going to change the tire myself. So just, you know, I don't know if I helped you answer your question or I confused you more. This is also solid as well. Buy a machine that can do pretty much everything you need and use it to build a fun one or fun. Yeah, I agree with that too. Tell the person looking for help, contact me. There you go. Even Bamboo have built-in frustrations. They do. A1 Mini build volume works and work on getting your first successful prints. Baseline. Yep. Also solid. You won't learn a lot on Bamboo if you're new unless you dive deep. Also true. But you get the satisfaction of having amazing prints right away. Bye. Bye. Would love to help. Awesome. There you go. Mr. Flark would love to help. Mr. Flark, I don't know if you're in our Discord. I don't even know if you know what Discord is, but Discord is kind of like a modern version of a chat room that are really specific. It's an app that you download, but you can use it inside of your web browser. And it's just a place people hang out in various little chat rooms. And I have my own for this channel. So if you're interested, jump into the Discord. I know it might take a little bit to get used to, but it's essentially like chat rooms where you can get help, give help, share cool prints, you know, by photos. If you have a smartphone, you can have Discord on your phone, so you can do it right there. It's really fun, and I would highly suggest it. Modern IRC, that's true. It really is. Thank you. Hopefully I helped. I'm sorry if I confused you even further. I might have confused myself at some point. But I am in Discord. Perfect. Then there you go. If you're looking for help, Elvish, jump into our Discord and you can chat with everyone there, including Mr. Flark. Thank you. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to call it here. I've summarized probably 10 times what happened and what I'm going to do, so I'll just call it. On your way out, don't forget to hit that like. It seems to be something that helps in some way, shape, or form. Also, please, guys, if you want to support the channel in some way, shape, or form, check out shop.3dprintsos. I am working on a series of my own products, as you can see, as well as designing my own shirts, hoodies, some swag like these awesome mats that you can work on, have your printer on, as well as mugs and things like that. Okay, so shop.3dprintsos. I'd really appreciate the support. All right, everybody. I'll see you next week. And if not, I'll see you guys in the comments of the videos and in the Discord channel. All right, everybody. Take care. Have a good night. See you guys later. Out.